I'm Rachel and you're watching 𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV live from Sydney. This is the Market Movers Show, where we take you through the trending ASX listed stocks that are on the gainer's trajectory. That's every day. But therefore, before I share the updates on the top gainers of the day, let's have a look over at the markets where we can see what the market updates are. Well, the Australian share market traded higher on Monday, buoyed by gains in Westpac Australian shares after the company reported upbeat earnings. However, the gains were capped by losses in miners and energy companies on weak commodity prices. Financial stocks were the percentage gainers, adding around 1.5%. Miners were down 0.4%. Energy sub-index was down 0.7%. Oil prices declined on Friday on worries that fuel demand in India would be impacted by soaring COVID-19 infections and the consequent lockdowns. Now here are the top 5 ASX gainers of the day. The shares of PointsBet Holdings surged just over 8% to the intraday high of $14.73. PointsBet is the sports betting company listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. The stock is in demand for the last few days after the company reported a 236% increase in turnover to $905.2 million for the 3 months ending 31st of March. The stellar earnings were due to robust growth across both the Australian and the United States markets. PointsBet stock received further upside trigger after the global brokerage firm Goldman Sachs retained its buy rating and spoke positively about the company's performance going forward. PointsBet shares are up 15% year to date and 255% over the last 12 months. The stock of G8 Education jumped 7% to $1.07. G8 Education is a provider of quality care and education services across Australia. The stock surged for the second continuous session following an increase in childcare funds by the federal government. On Sunday, the Australian government did announce an increase in the childcare subsidy to a maximum of 95% for the second and subsequent children in care. The funding would also do away with the $10,560 annual subsidy cap for high-income earners. The stock of TPG Telecom rose over 5% to today's high of $5.80. TPG Telecom is an Australian internet service provider that specialises in consumer and business internet services. The stock gained even as no major positive update was released by the company to the ASX. However, TPG Telecom stock has been in demand in the last few days after the telecom firm secured its access to the superfast 5G millimetre wave spectrum for a month-long auction operated by the Australian Communications and Media Authority. The financial stock Westpac Banking Corp surged over 4.5% to the day's high of $26.08. Westpac is one of the 4 major banks of Australia. The Westpac Banking Corp on Monday announced better than expected cash profit in the first half of 2021 due to continued economic recovery in Australia and New Zealand. The statutory net profit was recorded at $3,443 million. That was up 189% in the given period. The board of Westpac announced an interim dividend of 58 cents a share. It's the bank's first interim dividend since 2019, when it paid 94 cents distribution. The company's Australian mortgage book increased $2.6 billion over the past 6 months, with good growth in owner-occupier loans partly offset by lower investor lending. The stock of Nufarm surged over 3.6% to $5.42. Nufarm is an Australian agricultural chemical company. The shares have surged on positive expectations ahead of its financial results back in May. The company would release its earnings on the 20th of May 2021. In its recent update, Nufarm said that the sales were up 17% in the first 4 months compared to the corresponding period of last year. Nufarm's prospects have also improved on account of higher soft commodity prices. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching 𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV as we bring you the latest news and trending market updates live from Sydney. I'm Rachel, signing off for 𝐿𝐴𝐚 TV.